UFC 330, Islam Makhachev versus Garry is here, and this is a fucking terrible card. Yes, will it be fun? There's quite a few fun fights on here, you know. Main event, a huge main event to me. I'm very excited for that main event. Let's have some scraps. We got some scraps on the undercard, but for a pay-per-view, for a numbered card, fucking terrible. But anyway, it's gonna be a fun card. I'm an MMA fan. I'll watch it. Makhachev versus Jeremiah Wells. This should be a lot higher up on the card. Makhachev is like a reasonably big name. They've got it as an early prelim opener. I don't really understand that. They have Rafael Tobias over this. Doesn't make any sense. This is also quite a weird fight. Urabai has won 2 in a row at middleweight. I think he's won 3 in a row overall. He has the win over Uros Medic. Just dominated Chris Curtis. Flatlined Jack Hermansson. They're giving it. I know his last fight was boring, but he deserves a more of a step up. But I mean, this is a pretty easy pick. Makhachev Urabai is going to destroy Jeremiah Wells. Jeremiah Wells is trash. He got subbed by Colston Harris. Colston Harris, if you watched his last fight, is one of the worst fighters I've seen in my life. Jeremiah Wells has no chance. I mean, Urabai is going to run straight through him. Going to get the grappling off. It's going to take him down. He's going to beat him up, and he's going to sub him. Could be a decision. Could be a decision. Wells has decent survivability. Urabai's going to win. He could get a KO even. I won't even be shocked if he just rushed in early and chinned him. Or ground and pound. But I'll say a submission's more likely. And Urabai's going to have a wrestling clinic. He's going to smudge and submit Jeremiah Wells. Neil Magny versus Ramiz Brahimaj. Actually a pretty decent fight. I am going to go with Neil Magny here via Clinch Fest. A crafty vet Clinch Fest 29-28 decision. Ramiz Brahimaj is decent. He was on a 3-fight win streak. He just lost to Punahele Soriano, who is pretty good. Puna has a win over Uros Medic. He is a good fighter. But Ramiz Brahimaj, he has a nasty guillotine. He has a really nasty gilly. And I won't be shocked if he catches Neil Magny in that guillotine. I could see him, like, I think if there's a finish early, it's going to be a Ramiz Brahimaj. He rocks Magny and subs him in round 1. That's what's most likely. I think if we go to a decision, I think Neil Magny's going to craft this up. Ramiz Brahimaj gasses too. He gasses. Against Punahele Soriano. He gassed in that fight. It was a shit fight, but he gassed in that fight. Got put on him late. I could see a Neil Magny 3rd round TKO. I could see him finishing him. And he's had so much experience. And if you look at Neil Magny recently, his only losses are to Yaroslav Amosov. An amazing fighter. Who else did he lose to? Carlos Prates. Garry. I'm sure he had other losses as well in there. Gilbert Burns was a while ago. These are all really top-level fighters at the time. Top-level fighters. I don't think Ramiz Brahimaj is on that level. He's a good unranked fighter. I don't think he's Neil Magny level. I'm going to go Neil Magny, 29-28. He gets rocked in the first round, loses the first round. And he starts clinching, knee into the body, you know, doing the Neil Magny special. Could even get a finish late. I'm really tempted to pick TKO, but I'll say a decision. Neil Magny, 29-28 decision. Rafael Tobias, Lucas Fernando. Pay-per-view, guys. Numbered cards. We need this shit. Oh, this is such a low-level fight, but I'm going to go with Rafael Tobias. No, I'm not. I'm going to go with Lucas Fernando here. Tobias should lose this. I'm going to go with Lucas Fernando via TKO. Lucas Fernando, technically not bad. He's got 4 straight wins. He's got back-to-back first-round knockouts. Rafael Tobias lost to Dion Nergazay. Dion Nergazay is not too bad. He had a decent win last weekend, but he really ain't the great. Fernando's on momentum. Tobias is dangerous on the ground. You know, he has a lot of submission wins, a couple TKOs. But I'm going to go Fernando here via TKO. Tobias could crafty it up. Could crafty this up. But, you know, Lucas Fernando, 185. Has that lighter man skill too. He's a lot bigger than Rafael Tobias. So I'm going to go with Lucas Fernando via, we'll say TKO round 2 or 3. Who gives a shit, yeah? Who cares, yeah? Now, this is actually a really fun fight. Vicente Luque versus Tresean Gore. Tresean Gore's pretty good. For a record of 7-4, he's a great fighter. Just beat Azamat Bakoyev in a really big upset, I thought. That shocked me. Azamat Bakoyev, yes, definitely not the best now. He lost to Trayshawn Gore. But in that fight, Azamat Makhachev did drop him early. He dropped him early. And it was a crazy fight. Gore pulled it back in round 2 and 3. And Gore, definitely, he's a favourite. He could win this one. I'm going to go for Vicente Luque. I think he's going to rock him and latch up a Das early. I'm going with Vicente Luque here. They have Gore as the favourite. I understand why. Gore is a good fighter. He has a terrible record, but Marco Tulio beat the shit out of Gore. Beat the shit out of him. And Marco Tulio ain't that good. He really ain't that good. Marco Tulio ain't that good. So, I'm going to go with Vicente Luque. I think he's going to submit him. I think he's going to rock him early and submit him. He's going to have a "yeah, I must have forgot" moment. Because I picked him to beat Kelvin Gastelum. I was the only person picking him to beat Big KG. And I'm going to go for Luque again. He rocked Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin Gastelum has a hell of a chin. Rocked him and subbed him. I think we're going to have a similar performance. I think Gore's going to get latched up in a dart choke. I think it's going to be a big meaty overhand on Gore. Rocks him and subs him. If this goes late, I could see Gore chinning him. Or winning a decision, or even catching him in that guillotine. Gore has a nasty guillotine. But he has a record of 7-4. On paper, terrible. He's not bad. He's a good fighter, but I think Luque should win this one. I'm going to go with Luque via submission here. Risky pick. Gore could crafty this up. He's a good striker. He's a favourite for a reason. My crafty vet, dude. Dante Johnson versus Eric McConaughey. I'm going with Eric McConaughey. I have picked Eric McConaughey a lot of times. And I've picked him to lose, you know. I picked Baisanguros Susakayev to beat Eric McConaughey. I picked Nursultan Ruzaboyev to pick him. But he's been a crafty vet. No one was picking him to beat Rodolfo Vieira. I picked him to win that fight. Now, this is a risky prediction because Dante Johnson, he is pretty fast. He's very explosive. He has a lot of power. McConaughey's pretty chinny. He's pretty chinny. Rodolfo Vieira had him on skates early. Ruzaboyev chinned him. I think Cody Brundage rocked him. And he went very close with Cody Brundage. But you should have watched Dante Johnson's performance against Cody Brundage. The way Dante Johnson would walk in was that he was so upright. And he'd march in super upright. Eric's going to piece this boy up. He has better fundamental boxing. He's crafty. He has good fight IQ. He can get in the clinch. Dante Johnson has so much muscle. He's so explosive. He can wear Dante Johnson down. Make him tired. And Eric McConaughey, he ain't Cody Brundage, bro. He ain't Cedricus Dumas. I think he's a level above those guys. I think he has good boxing. He has good fight IQ, like I've already said. And Dante Johnson could chin him early. Could knock him out. But I'm going to say crafty vet, 29-28 decision, where Eric McConaughey crafties this up. Maybe even a finish late, but I'll say decision. McConaughey's not a huge finisher. I'm going to go with Eric McConaughey. Crafty vet, pushes him up against the fence early, maybe gets rocked early, but pulls off a 29-28 decision. Piecing him up with the boxing as he comes in. Ripping to the body, ripping to the head. I'm going for Eric McConaughey. A banger. There are some bangers on this card. This is a sick fight. Jalen Turner versus Cowboy Fernandez. Both been pretty inactive recently. Where have you been, Cowboy Fernandez? Been out for a year. He beat Harry Hardwick. Don't know why he took a year off. He took no damage. I'm going to go with Cowboy Fernandez. Could even finish him. Cowboy Fernandez is the next coming Edson Barboza. He has so nasty leg kicks. He has the nastiest leg kicks. I think as Jalen Turner comes in, he's going to chop up the legs. Turner's a favourite, which I understand. Turner is good. He's very powerful, very explosive, super high finishing rate, but Jalen Turner lost to Dan Hooker. I don't like that loss. I really don't. I think Turner's going to rock him out. I think this is probably going to be a fight of the night. But I think Fernandez is going to land the low kicks. He has really nasty head kicks. He has good uppercuts too coming in. I think he's going to be skirting on the back foot, shooting leg kicks, fucking up Turner's leg. I think Turner will have moments with the boxing, But I'm going to go Cowboy Fernandez. I'm going to go Cowboy Fernandez. Cowboy Fernandez could finish him too. Coming off all the momentum in the world. He's a dog in this fight. Lots of people are doubting him. People don't know Cowboy Fernandez. This is going to be a big coming out party for Cowboy Fernandez. I'm going to go with him to win. I'm going to say a decision. Where he fucks him up to the legs. Lands body kicks, lands head kicks. Lands shots to the boxing. 29-28, wins the last 2 rounds. And Turner... he has a record of 15-9 too. He's pretty inconsistent. Turner's good. He could win. Could knock him out. This is going to be a sick fight. Chidi Bang Bang Njokuani, man, versus Joel Alvarez. It's not loading. We reload this. Joel Alvarez stepping up on short notice. That's rare for him. Alvarez is one of the most inactive fighters I know. He fights once a year. Did just get dominated by Yaroslav Amosov. Completely different style to a Chidi Njokuani. Chidi Njokuani is old. Lost a lot of times. Really ain't the best. Joel Alvarez should win this one. I'm going to go with a submish. For Joel Alvarez. And Chidi Njokuani's crafty. Good Muay Thai. He's slick with the Muay Thai, puts out volume, coming off that wall with Carlos Leal. An absolute scrap. That was a crazy fight. Took a bit of damage in that fight. Got walked down by Carlos Leal. I think Joel Alvarez is going to be able to walk him down, and he has a different level finishing than the Carlos Leal. He has better defense. He's a better fighter than Carlos Leal. Carlos Leal really ain't the best, and Chidi Njokuani got fucked up by him in moments. So I think Joel Alvarez, pressure. He has super high finishing rate. Chidi Njokuani is going to be crafty early, but I think Joel Alvarez is going to get the body shots going. Maybe we'll mix it in. He hasn't looked that great recently, Lola. Vicente Luque performance was pretty shit. I thought he didn't look very good in that fight, you know. But I am going to go with Joel Alvarez. I'm going to say a submission. I'm going to say he rocks him in round 2 and subs him, I'll say. Main card, Edson Barboza 2026. Edson Barboza versus Esteban Ribovic. Sick fight. Main card, hell no. Obviously, it's Edson Barboza in 2026. I'm going to go with Esteban Ribovic here. You know, Barboza, a prime Barboza would win this as well. So it's going to be quite sad to see Barboza lose. Peak Edson schools Ribovic coming in, chops up his legs, switch kick to the body, wheel kicks. He'd fuck up Esteban. Esteban Ribovic is pretty shit. Lost to Nasrat Akbras, went really close with Daniel Zellhuber, dominated by Gamrot. He's never going to be top 15. Esteban Ribovic is a fun fighter. I respect him. He's a scrapper. He's going to be a scrapper outside the rankings that's going to win one, lose one. Maybe win more than he's going to lose. But as soon as he takes that step up, he's going to lose. But against Edson Barboza, it's just, I can't pick him to win, dude. I think Edson Barboza in the first couple of minutes is going to look good, but Ribovic is going to get the pressure on him. Barboza's whole career has been very easily bullyable. Justin Gaethje, Habib, you know, when you pressure him, he don't like it. He has the look, he just gets scared, and of course, I'm going to go with Esteban. I think he's going to pressure. He's going to have maybe get clipped early, land a couple leg kicks, Barboza. Maybe he'll land a big shot. But Ribovic is just going to not respect him. He's going to pressure. Body, head. Barboza's old. He's getting tired. He's in the eyes. Look at the eyes in him, dude. You don't have it anymore. That's some damaged eyes. And I just think he's going to get put on him and he's going to get fucked up, destroyed. Body, head. He's going to be gassing. And Ribovic is going to TKO him. There's not much else to say here. Ribovic should win this fight. It's going to be a fun fight. Main card, not at all. But Ribovic is going to win. Dustin Stoltzfus, main card. Fuck me. Mansour Abdul Malik should win this one. Mansour Abdul Malik really isn't good. I don't rate him at all. We just got dominated by Yusri Belgari. He's looked lackluster. Went really close with Cody Brundage. You know, got rocked by Nick Klein via spinning elbow. He is an athlete. Powerful, reasonably fast, explosive. Dustin Stoltzfus is fighting in slow motion, bro. This guy's so slow. So ploddy. Dustin Stoltzfus is shit. Low-level guy. Just lost to fucking Kelvin Gastelum. He's really chinny. Mansour Abdul Malik is okay everywhere. He's decent everywhere. I'm going to go with Mansour Abdul Malik to chin Dustin Stoltzfus. I could see a decision where Mansour is wary because of his last fight where he underdelivers. But I think he should put it on Dustin Stoltzfus and TKO him. I'm going to say TKO. He should finish him. It's the week in a fight night. They don't have the feature fight. They haven't added it. What the fuck are you doing, UFC, you trash company? This is the feature fight of the card. Charles Johnson, Jose Ochoa. Actually a banger. This is a fucking sick fight. This is a really good fight. Charles Johnson, Jose Ochoa. Now, this seems like... I really wanted to pick Charles Johnson here. I really want to pick Charles Johnson. I'm so tempted to do it. But I am going to go Jose Ochoa decision. This could be a fight of the night as well. Let's go to sick fight. Charles Johnson, Jose Ochoa. I'm going to go with Jose Ochoa. Faster, younger, doesn't have the miles on the clock. Charles Johnson just lost to fucking Alex Perez. Went really close with Bruno Silva. Dominated by Asu and finished. Jose Ochoa ain't getting finished. And I know he somehow, some way beat Joshua Van and Lona Kavanagh. He really could crafty this up. And my guts told me Charles Johnson. So I'll be pissed if I'm wrong here. Because I've fucking been thinking Charles Johnson. But he's a big favourite. Way younger. He is 2-2 in the UFC. But he's looked great in those two fights. Just dominated Clayton Carpenter. Knocked out Cody Durden. He's really young. He's improving a lot every fight. I think he's going to fuck up Charles Johnson. And I'm so tempted to pick Charles Johnson. I'm so tempted to pick Charles Johnson. But I am going to go with... I'm going to go with Jose Ochoa. Faster, younger, more powerful. Aso Mabayav was rocking with it. Charles Johnson always gets clipped with a big left hook. He got rocked badly by Alex Perez. It's trash. Alex Perez sucks. I'm gonna go with Jose Ochoa. Decision, rocking him in moments. It's gonna be a scrap. Back and forth. 29-28. I think Jose Ochoa's gonna win. Too fast for him. Oh, what a terrible co-main event, dude. Terrible co-main event. I don't give a shit about WMMA co-mains. I don't. I really don't. I'll predict it low. Mackenzie Dern. She's good. Champion. I'm going to go with her by decision. Dern has elite BJJ. Robertson is a good grappler though, so I think very technical on the ground. This could turn into a striking match. Dern has the better submission skills. I think Robertson could control Dern to a decision, but I'm going to go with Dern. Out-grappling her, out-striking her, just being slightly better. Also, if it's close, look at the judges. Who's fitter, who has a nicer ass? It's Mackenzie Dern. I think she's going to win a decision. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. This card's so bad, bro. A fight I care about. Here we go. Islam Makhachev versus Ian Garry. To me, this is a huge fight. I'm really excited for this fight. And I'm going to break this down. I'm going to go in depth because I actually care. Islam Makhachev, Ian Garry, here we go. I'm going to go with Islam Makhachev, but I'm really nervous for him. First of all, obviously because I'm really smart, we're going to talk about them as a person. Ian Garry is the biggest bitch of all bitches. I like Ian Garry-ish. The bullshit he's been saying in this build-up. I think women should rule this world. And you know if he wins, Layla's getting that belt wrapped around her. Layla, where's Layla? She did it for me. Where's Layla? Let me wrap my belt around her. Layla's getting the belt around her. You know that for a fact. And that'll be really funny, but... Oh, Ian Garry's such a bitch. You forget how good of a fighter he is. He's taught, he fights well, but... The thing is with Makhachev, if you look at a lot of his fights, Dustin Poirier, JDM, Volk, Renato Moicano, they all pressure him. They get him on the back foot. Ian Garry's not doing that. He's on the back foot, skirting. He's okay to be backed up to the cage because he can use the cage as a weapon to stop takedowns. You know, out in the open, JDM, even Dustin Poirier stopped a lot of takedowns. Islam Makhachev isn't this unbeatable demon, you know. He's looked human in his fights. He's looked very human. And is Ian Garry, like, worse than Poirier defensive wrestling? Is he? I think oblique kicks for Ian Garry are going to be money. I think he's going to stomp out the leg, make it really tricky to Makhachev to close distance. I think the straight right for Ian Garry's a big weapon. I think the head kick for Ian Garry's a huge weapon. I could see him chinning Makhachev with a head kick. Chinning Makhachev with a head kick. Ian Garry's really good and he fights well against southpaw. The guy outstruck Carlos Prates. Outstruck him. Prates is an amazing fighter. An amazing fighter. Rocked Prates with an uppercut. You know? And Garry has good fight IQ too. Great fight IQ. This is going to be a really hard fight for Islam. Islam's going to struggle to track him down. And offensively going forward, Islam's a little bit goofy. He's a little bit goofy, you know. He swings a bit wild going forward. I think for Islam on the feet, a body kick. The body kick's going to be good. Because Garry's going to be a little bit squatted down. I think he could land low kicks too, you know. Islam, but I can't pick against Islam. He's done nothing but prove me wrong. And I've been glazing Garry. And I think we're going to a really, really competitive 48-47, super close, maybe split decision, where Ian Garry has moments. I think he's going to rock him with a head kick in this fight. I think he's going to stomp the leg. He's going to front kick the body. Even body kicks for Garry, although risky. But I think Makhachev is going to be able to take him down. And I think Garry has great takedown defense. I think he's a better takedown defense than JDM. For Makhachev, was the JDM win really that good? I don't think JDM was ever all that. And I'm a big fan of JDM. I don't think he was ever all that. So I think Makhachev is going to be able to take him down in moments, control him, threaten subs. I don't think he's going to sub Garry, although I could see it. I could see him subbing Garry with a dart, possible. I do think Makhachev is going to be able to take him down. He's going to have moments on the feet. I think he's going to win a really close decision. Ian Garry's going to make this tough, though. He's going to make this really, really crafty. It's going to be I think he's looking at his hardest fight of his career here. I think Makhachev might be blooded up. But now I think about it, I really want to pick Ian. Because those odds, I think they're a bit too wide. I don't think, minus 350, bro. I think it should be minus 150. It's going to be a really competitive fight. It's going to be a high-level chess match. Two of the greats. His takedown defense odds on here. See, 80% takedown defense. And even against Shavkat, stopped all the takedowns but one. All the takedowns but one. And, you know, Makhachev's takedown accuracy really ain't the best. Dustin Poirier stopped tons of takedowns. Volk stopped a bunch. These are great fighters, you know. And I know he looked amazing against JDM. JDM wasn't a champion, but never an elite fighter. It's just weird how he won the belt. But he was never that good. But I am going to go with Islam. I kind of can't pick against Islam at this point in his career. And if anything this year's told me, you can't doubt all-time greats. Like, we're looking at all-time greats. Khamzat Chimaev lost. Ilia Topuria lost. If Garry wins, this isn't the same level of upset of those two. You know, I'm really giving Garry a chance. I think he's going to make it really, really close. I think it's going to be really tricky. But I do think Garry is going to lose. And he doesn't damage you either. Doesn't really have any finishing ability. So I do think Islam is going to win. I think he's going to be able to have moments in the boxing. Garry, even Bilal was landing on him, you know. Islam is a way better than Bilal. I think he's going to land on him in the boxing. I think overhands. I think straight boxing going forward. He's gonna find it really hard with the boxing range. Garry, straight right's going to land the jab, not so much. You know, I think low kicks for Garry could work. But I'm going to go, and even low kicks for Makhachev could work well as well. But I'm going to go with Islam. Decision win. Really, really close. He's going to push Islam to his limit. He's probably going to be cut open. At the end of the fight, we're going to be like, I don't know, who wins on damage. But I think Islam's going to have control for at least 2 rounds. Take him down, smudge him, have moments on the feet. It's going to be really close. Super competitive, but I'm going to go with Islam. You know, this card, I'm going to watch all of it because I'm a hardcore fan. I love the sport. I like watching even unranked fights, you know. I just love watching MMA. It ain't pay-per-view worthy. Where is Kevin Vallejos? Where is Aaron Pico? Where are these guys? Where are the contenders you can't put onto this card? You know? We need contenders on this card. Dominic Reyes, brother. Where are you? You know, some of these contenders. For UFC Noche, did we really need Waldo Blades on top of all that? Did we really need Waldo Blades on top of everything? Did we need Martinez Ige on top of all that? You could have shifted some of those fights onto here. You know, this card is shit. But it's going to be fairly fun. I think it's going to be a fun card. That's the end of the video. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff.